Hello, Trouties! Happy Black Friday! My name is Sierra Bailey. I am the designer, maker, and everythinger here at Manic Trout, and on Fridays I go live at 1 p.m. Central on Facebook. So here I am today. In the US, it's a big day. It's Black Friday. I know some people are anti-Black Friday or shopping this weekend or something, but as somebody who owns an online company and somebody who likes to shop, I enjoy the day. I also, for many years as I grew Manic Trout, I ran restaurants as another job. And, my staff didn't want to lose the day of Thanksgiving they kind of wished they could work. They liked working the weekend. It's a great weekend for a lot of people that are out there. And if you love retail and you love what you do, you don't mind it. So I embrace Black Friday. And if you are watching this live, or if you're watching this on Friday, or even if you're watching this like through the weekend, just check the Facebook page. There's great deals and they're all on there. All right, so today, and it's been a while since we've had a story time. Let's talk a little bit about a question I get asked all the time, and that is, what are the holidays like for makers? We know what they're probably like for people that work in retail. So I do not have a store, as most of you do know. That is by choice. I do not want to have a retail space. I have been online since 2003. I went to school for computers and art as like a combination. So I was very fortunate to be able to do my own website even before Etsy was around, and I love e-commerce. I really enjoy the things that are happening nowadays because I get to interact with you, but I'm still here in my little bubble, and that's awesome. So I have over the years also done shows, but I prefer more of the e-commerce shows. To me, I have never worked corporate, so I haven't done the official personality test, but I know many people have, and I'm like an introverted extrovert or something. If I put out energy, which a lot of people when they're around me say that I tend to give my energy to people, and then I'm exhausted. So when I do shows around the holidays, it wipes me out, and it makes it kind of hard to keep up with everything. So I don't do many. I do some. I've done really big ones in the past. I've done most of the big ones in Austin, and I choose to not apply to those anymore because it's just too much for me. But I still do a couple, and being online based, have a pretty normal holiday for makers. So I'm going to share a little bit of what it's like to be a maker around holiday time. For those of us that are seasoned, and I've been doing this for 15 years, I start preparing, and usually around July, I start getting the materials together and sourcing things and checking kind of on my designs, starting to keep an eye on inventory, and I start to do a plan of everything from when lines will come out and new collections will come out, to when things will go on sale, to about 2 months ahead of time. I actually plan out this whole weekend. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I have a bunch of things planned for the weekend. Black Friday is kind of the biggest day for shopping. So I now have one thing that goes on Black Friday, but tomorrow is Small Business Saturday, and Monday is Cyber Monday. That's all of us with online stores, our big day. So I have kind of different things that go on, and I plan those out a couple of months ahead of time in order to kind of know what's going to go on. So the planning makes it so that I can prepare. I can make jewelry ahead of time. I can order materials ahead of time. By the time this weekend hits, I've talked about I've talked about already the shipping schedules. All of that has been determined months ago. So when the actual time comes, it's pretty calm around here. I'm ready for it. When orders come in, the jewelry's made and ready to get out the door. Unless there's which happens, it's different years I'll go for press and I won't. If I'm going for press in certain years, I'll know ahead of time if something's going to make it in a magazine. Nowadays, that's not really what you go for, but I would prepare that ahead of time. And sometimes you don't know, and then you're a little scrambly. But for the most part, the chaos of right now is the getting the message out there. It's the competing, especially in an online thing. Trying to make yourself heard above the noise of all of the other stores. And especially nowadays, there are a lot of very big stores with very big names. So it's making sure that, I'm answering things that people are saying, and answering emails and commenting back and trying to post on social media in a very regular, maybe more than normal, so that people are remembering Manic Trout when they're thinking of holiday. So you'd be surprised on kind of what holiday is like. It's not as much about making as it is about the marketing side of it right now. And of course, getting the orders together and shipped and out the door in a timely fashion. It's kind of awesome nowadays. Post offices are like, they have like the entryway open in the middle of the night. So I will often at like 11 o'clock at night just go ship orders for the next day. And then they're just out of the studio and I don't even have to think about them. I love that. It makes me really happy. But starting now until about December 19th is go time in the studio. So that means that like when I got married a few years ago, the first year that I was with my husband for Thanksgiving, we kind of like traveled and I was like, this isn't a good idea. And he kind of fought me on it. And yeah, we learned a lesson on that one. I'm never traveling again. I never had before and I can't do that. So sometimes makers don't really get to participate in some of the holiday things quite the same because we're here as little elves behind the scenes, which I actually like doing, being that whole, introverted extrovert thing or extroverted introvert, whatever. I don't mind that at all. But it does, I had one girlfriend who does a lot of shows who one year was like, yeah, mommy didn't have time to put the tree up for the kids. So she actually like drew the outline of a tree on a big piece of paper and put it on the wall. That is life of a maker during the holidays. If you're really busy, sometimes that happens. But we choose this life and we all love it and it makes us happy. So that's pretty awesome. But when I'm asked the question all the time, like, are you just making right now? I'm like, not really. Most of the making is done. I am, of course, making things still at this point when need be. But I've tried to plan ahead. I'm more right now like, a lot of being online and things like that. That's more so. And wrapping, packing. That's a lot of what the holidays are like. But again, this also comes from, I'm coming up on 15 years of Manic Trout, so I've learned many lessons at this point. But yes, holidays are a wonderful part of being an online retail-ish business that is both wonderful. I don't know how I did that sentence. They're both wonderful and bad things about it. And I kind of love both. They're these 6 weeks are kind of like my favorite time of the year, 5 weeks, because it's awesome to have so many people excited and wanting the things that you make. And there's a reason I was drawn to the restaurant industry as my other job as I was growing Manic Trout. I enjoy kind of the chaos and the hustle and the craziness of it all. It makes it feel a little more festive. But like this year, we're traveling for Christmas, and I was like, yeah, no tree. We won't be here Christmas Day. I can't handle putting it up. It just takes more time. But at the same time, sometimes I think that those of us that make things for the holiday are a little more excited about the holidays because we're really getting into the festiveness and we're like Santa or the elves or something. So it makes... I get really into, like I said, I love Black Friday because I enjoy it as a maker and I love having the big sales and the frenzy and the excitement. And then it makes me go shopping it's horrible. I will admit, here's the worst downside to being a maker during the holidays. No matter how hard you plan, forget to buy gifts for people. One year, I was buying gifts on Christmas Eve. I had to go to the mall on Christmas Eve. It was ridiculous. I don't like the mall. I don't like to shop on Christmas Eve, but I so flaked on gifts. I usually like to order online from other handmade people because, you support your own here. And I so failed miserably on that year. It was really bad. So I try to go a little more ahead of time. And I'll admit, though, that Black Friday, I'm usually shopping for myself. It was kind of great. I have a favorite moisturizer that I use, and it never goes on sale. And I got to have a code for it today. So that's what I love about kind of the Black Friday thing, too. It's not really about shopping for everybody else. It's really just a great time when we all do discounts. There's a really good discount, though, at Manic Trout today, so go to the Facebook page and look. But yes, holidays are awesome, and I love them. And I hope that you enjoy the holidays as well. Some of us don't. I don't like the traditional things that maybe some people like. I like that, one of the reasons I moved to Texas, I like that everybody's nice to each other before them. It's like, when I lived in New York, January and December were often equally cold, but people were really over it in January and they started to get really like irritated about it. But in December, everybody's really excited about the cold and the snow and the twinkle lights everywhere. So everybody's really nice and I enjoy that. And that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to move south. I enjoy a little more of that year round. But yes, holidays are upon us. There's nothing we can do about it. You either have to embrace it or hide from it, and I embrace it. All right, so this weekend, besides great deals, I keep talking about it, and now I'm going to give you kind of an official little sneak peek, because I didn't plan that far ahead, and I only have one piece, but it's like the curtains parting. So, the M collection, which comes out about once a year, right before the holidays. In the past few years, it has come out this weekend, because it's kind of a fun thing to do. We'll be debuting the newest collection of M Collection by Manic Trout on Monday. Make sure you are in the inner circle, manictrout.com/inner circle. When I finish these videos, if you're not watching them live, you'll see it already. If you are watching them live, like wait 10 minutes and just come and look at it. After I'm done with the videos, I can include a little link, and today it will be the sign up. So if you're not in the inner circle, you can be. It's basically my weekly email. This weekend, more emails will be going out because different things kind of happen. But on Monday, the email will go out announcing when the M collection is up, and it's very exciting. And I want to share something, and I'm going to talk about this again probably next week to let people know after it's out so they understand what's going on. But I want to share something that I have been wanting to do for a long time, and I didn't want to do it like in a cheesy way, and I wanted to do it correctly. But if you don't know yet, I'm very involved in the National MS Society. I am a leader in the organization as a volunteer. I spend a great deal of time and energy. I actually am the chair of the committee that puts on the largest ride that the MS Society has, which we have from Houston to Austin in April. And I've been wanting to work towards this. One of the reasons I named it the M Collection is because not only is M for Manic Trout, but M stands for MS, which P.S. one of my sisters has MS. This is why I am so passionate about this cause. And 10% of all sales, people say it in different ways, but it will be like whatever the price of the jewelry is, 10% of that is going to go to the MS Society. And I've been trying to figure out how to do that so you can like see how it tracks. So the ride that I am the chair of the Austin side, it is the BP MS 150. It's a 150-mile ride. You can have a virtual team. So I'm going to have a virtual team, Team Trouty, where I will be fundraising. So all of the money that I raise through the jewelry sales will just go to Team Trouty. And then you can go and you can like look on the link and see how much I've raised. Because I want to make it that you're able to see that. I like sometimes feel uncomfortable if you can't see what the donation goes to, things like that. So full transparency and all of that. So very exciting because the M collection is not only my one-of-a-kind collection of like art jewelry, like this lovely piece that I'm wearing right now, which is tourmaline and quartz. Yeah, I love when tourmaline is in things. It's like my favorite thing in the world. And there is an offset black lava stone. It is in silver, finished with a sterling silver toggle clasp. I think this collection is going to have toggle clasps. It's really heavy, so the heavier the necklace, the better the toggle holds necklace-wise. If you have a light necklace, there's a small chance the toggle can come undone, but when you have like stones on it, that toggle is not coming undone. Here, I will take it off for you. But yes, so not only am I designing my one-of-a-kind art pieces, but like I said, 10% of the sale of all of the jewelry in the M collection that's coming out on Monday. So many M's. The alliteration is amazing. The alliteration is magnificent. But yes, I will also be donating to the MS Society. So this is the close-up. So little question also for you Trouties. You can answer right in the comments if you're live, or you can, if you're watching this afterwards, totally answer. I've recently switched phones. I was using an iPhone 6. It was dying. So I have switched. I was, as my family says, one of the original like fangirls of Apple, and I don't enjoy a lot about their products now. So I have the Samsung Note 8. When I'm doing these live videos, See how it like keeps focusing on me? Does anybody know how to shut that off? See, I think it's doing it right now. It's like proving to you that's how it is. I have looked up how to do it in like the regular camera, but I'm not 100% sure how to do it in a live video. If you have any advice on that, please put it in my comments. For all of you Android users, I would appreciate that because I am clueless about it and still learning the Android world. But I do love this phone and I'm very happy with it. It does all the things for work that I wanted to. All right, Trouties, it's Black Friday. Head on over to the Manic Trout page. You can see like this part of me right up in the my icon for the Manic Trout page. If you're not already liking the page, please like the page. And then scroll down to this morning where I posted a magnificent code for your enjoyment on this Black Friday. I will be putting more cool things up this weekend. If you're watching this later, I'm sorry you've missed all the fun. But if you are watching this still sometime this weekend after Thanksgiving, the Black Friday code is today. Tomorrow, new items are going to be added to the last chance sale. There's very limited amounts. So make sure that you click on this video later or go to the website. It is manictrout.com/inner circle to sign up for the Inner Circle emails if you're not already, and you'll get all this information in your inbox. If not, check Facebook. And I will have another code for both Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, there'll be yet another code because each day has its own special fun. Well, the weekend will be one. Because on Monday, as I explained in depth to you already, but I'll say it again, the M Collection is coming out. And along with the M Collection, there'll be a very special percentage of it, a very special contribution being made to the National MS Society. So, thank you, Trouties, for taking time out from leftovers, Black Friday shopping, and whatever else you are doing on this glorious day after Thanksgiving. I hope you're enjoying your day. If you're at work or not, I am happily at work. I even was in my studio at 6:30 this morning, giddy with the day. I will see you live here next Friday. And of course, I will be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and all the pretty places at Manic Trout in the meantime. Have a fantastic weekend, Trouties. See you soon.